Hit refresh if it's not going on your screen. Give it just a second to repopulate.
Okay. Hi, my name is Drew Harden, and today I'll be talking about the evolution of soccer and how it started. We're playing fact or fiction, and I'm going to say statement, and you have to tell me if it's fact or fiction. Soccer originated in England. Fact or fiction? Fiction. Fiction. Soccer actually dates back to 2500 BC. The Greek, Chinese, and Egyptian people all played soccer. There's a game called Tsu Chu in China 3,000 years ago. And Tsu means kick, and Chu is a ball of animal skin that's stuff. The aim of the game was to keep the ball up as long as you could in the air. Also, around the same time as that, there's a game called Kamari in Japan, and that was with the same ball, and you had to kick it through 2 bamboo canes. They think that Tsu Chu was played to train the soldiers in China. Soccer played a role in the Cold War. Fact or fiction? Fact. During the Cold War, the United States and Russia had a big rivalry, and that was over political views and like who's going to get to the moon first, who's going to get to the space first. It didn't have direct military contact, but it could have been very dangerous. Russia went to Cuba to plant missiles and bombs, so because it was really close to the United States. The United States kind of figured that out, and they went to spy on the plane with spy planes, and they took aerial images of over Cuba. They saw soccer fields there, and that's how they knew that the Russians were there, because at that time Cuba did not play soccer. All right, kings in England tried to ban soccer because of violence. Fact or fiction? Fact. They tried to ban soccer because there was a lot of street noise and it destroyed a lot of yards. The disturbance was very bad. If you played soccer, you were looked down upon. King Edward II, King Edward III, King Henry IV, King Henry VIII all tried to ban soccer. A quote from King Edward II in 1314 was this: "There's great noise in the city, caused by hustling over large balls, from which many evils may arise, which by God forbid, we command and forbid on behalf of the king. On pain of imprisonment, such game to be used in the city in the future." Football, or soccer, was seen as a distraction to archery practice. That's why they didn't like it. But people still played it even though they weren't allowed to. They actually passed a law that banned people from playing street soccer because it destroyed many yards and broke windows. Here's another quote from a Manchester official. In 1608, with football, there has been great disorder in the town of Manchester, we are told, and glass windows broken yearly and spoiled by a company of rude and disorderly persons. William Shakespeare also talked bad about soccer, and he used it in one of his poems. Fact or fiction? Only 11 countries have won the World Cup, men and women. Fact. Fact. Men's World Cup winners. Brazil has won 5 with the most, Italy's 4. Argentina 2, France 2, Uruguay 2, and England 1, and Spain. Men and women for Germany has both won the World Cup. Thank you.
Thank you.
What did I press?
Escape. We'll take that off.
No, I get it. You say what you read
I press stop.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Dane.
I like cast it to the screen.
Up on the top on the extensions, there's a little TV. Click that. If this is okay, got it, just click yes, got it. And then click on smart. And then back over there, just hit the accept button and then open up your presentation fully. Thank you.
All right, so hello, my name is Dan. My TED Talk will be about reptile adaptations, pretty much how they've evolved over the millions of years they've been on the planet. So my first thing here, this is a marine iguana from the Galapagos Islands. These lizards have evolved to pretty much eat algae underwater, which is not something that most land mammals can do. Lizards have been around on this planet for like 300 million years, and have been adapting and evolving all that time. That's how they're able to do amazing things like eat algae underwater, or in this next picture, withstand the desert temperatures at like midday with no cover whatsoever. Lizards also can lose their tails. It doesn't bring any harm to them. It's an evolutionary method to escape from predators such as birds or other bigger lizards. And eventually the tail will grow back. Sometimes being like it'll branch off into two instead of just one, or even three. Let's see here. Chameleons have also adapted to change color to blend in with their surroundings. They don't do this by changing the skin color though. They actually will move the cells, the top layer of cells in their body, change color. Then scales are the reptile's biggest adaptation. It enabled them to leave the water and go on to land in the first place. Without scales, many reptiles could not exist in places they do today. Reptiles can also use scales as armor, like many crocodiles and alligators, to help defend themselves from attacking predators. And snakes have evolved venom. It gives them a great evolutionary advantage to capturing and killing prey. Not all snakes have venom though. Boa constrictors and other snakes have evolved to be really big and have really powerful muscly bodies to crush prey and squeeze the life out of them. That's it.
Thank you.
All right, escape.
Yes, escape. All right, Nick C. You know how to do it? The little TV up on the top? Yeah, so hit smart. And there, now you can hit accept and then present.
So my name is Nicholas. I'm talking about, my TED Talks about recess at middle school, how we should have it. So my elementary school was Meadow Park Elementary. Me and Destiny are the only people in the class who went to that school. We had 30 minutes of recess. Sometimes we didn't even go to recess, which was kind of hard being locked in the classroom for about 8 hours a day. Then my transition at Coniston Middle School, it was even worse. We didn't have any recess time. And we only got to go outside for at least like 4 minutes just to transition from classroom to classroom. We should have recess though. There are great benefits for having recess. You can form good social and emotional benefits with recess. Some say that recess helps with depression. You won't experience it as much and have lower blood pressure, which is the main problem for people nowadays. You have a lower risk of heart disease and you can lose weight, which is like John said, obesity in America is a big problem nowadays. You can also play together, which forms groups, and you get to experience what it's like to have ideas with someone else. How you have to share something and work together to complete a task or problem. And scientifically proven with recess, you get better academic grades. Up to 60% of people will have better grades while playing recess for just 15 minutes a day. Even the people with the deficiencies, such as like autism and things, they'll fidget less in class because all their energy went to recess. Then last but not least, you get the physical benefits of recess, which is like, yeah, you lose weight and it's fun. You get to play with your friends. So you stop fidgeting less in class. I mean, your teacher's gonna teach a lot more. And yeah, my TED Talk.
Okay, so let's have somebody go again. One that's not recorded. Yes. You guys can do the top 3 now. Yeah. You guys can do the top 3 now.